you've got the shock wave, you've got thermal radiation, you've got immediate ionizing radiation. That's your immediate effects. Longer term, well, you have those are delayed effects, things like the fallout. So a lot of material gets sucked into the blast, is irradiated, becomes radioactive. You've got debris from the bomb. Even at a high-end nuclear blast, you're only consuming 30 or so percent of the material in the device. So the rest of that radioactive material just gets spewed all over the place. And so that becomes radioactive fallout. That can fall for hundreds of miles away from the site and last for hundreds of years. So you think about Chernobyl, we're still talking about the fact that people driving through that area stir up dust. You've got areas in Europe, hotspots, where you can't drink the milk from the cows because the radioactive isotopes are still in the soil. It ends up in the grass. And this is not in Russia. We're talking about in parts of Poland and parts of Germany where you still get radioactive milk from cows eating stuff that's left over from a nuclear reactor accident 40 years ago. Well, imagine you set off a few dozen or a few hundred nuclear weapons, again, a limited exchange, you're going to have these hot spots all over the world for decades that's contaminating our food and water. And that's just the immediate radiation effects. The particulates, the dust, the soot, that ends up getting blasted into the stratosphere. It's going to hang out there for years. So you potentially can end up with even a small exchange of a few dozen weapons could cause cooling in the atmosphere, which could impact crops, the particulates, the settling, the obstructing of the normal sunlight can interfere with the oceanic food chain. You collapse or damage the oceanic food chain, you've just caused a real problem for all life on this planet. And that's before we get to the really bad scenarios of thousands of nukes going off.